Nobody in your family talks about this. Not your parents, not your grandparents, not anyone who came before you. And that silence is exactly why most families stay broke for generations. Here's a question most people never ask themselves. Why do some families seem to pass wealth down the way others pass down debt? Think about it. Your parents worked hard. Their parents probably worked even harder. Long hours, real sacrifice, real struggle. And yet, most families arrive at the same place. Paycheck to paycheck, one emergency away from crisis, one bad year away from starting over. It's not laziness. It's not bad luck. It's a decision that was never made, a specific decision. And without it, it doesn't matter how hard you work. The system was designed to keep you exactly where you are. But here's what's interesting. The families who broke that cycle, they didn't work harder. They didn't get luckier. They just understood one thing about money that most people are never taught. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that is. Welcome to the financial system. Control the money, control the history. And remember, simple is never easy. By the end of this video, you're going to understand the single most important financial decision you can make. The one that separates families who build wealth from families who transfer it to someone else. We're going to look at this through the lens of history, because history is the only teacher that doesn't lie. And what history shows us is both uncomfortable and enormously powerful. Stay with me, because the insight that changes everything comes about halfway through, and most people miss it entirely. Let's go back to ancient Rome for a moment. Not because it's ancient, but because the pattern playing out there is identical to what's playing out in your family right now. Rome had a working class. Millions of people, farmers, tradesmen, laborers who worked constantly, produced real value, and yet fell further behind every single decade. Why? Because the system was designed to extract wealth, not distribute it. Every harvest, taxes were due. Whether crops were good or bad, you paid. Miss a payment? You borrowed. Borrow too much? You lost the land. Lose the land? Now you're a tenant on what used to be yours. Sound abstract? It shouldn't. Replace land tax with property tax. Replace temple tax with income tax, sales tax, healthcare premium. Replace the Roman landlord with your bank, your credit card company, your mortgage servicer. The mechanism is different, the math is the same. Every generation in your family that worked hard without understanding this system didn't fail because they lacked effort. They failed because they were producing wealth for someone else. That's not cynicism, that's economic history. And the first decision you need to make is simply this. You have to decide to see the system clearly. Here's one of the most stunning stories in all of economic history. In the 1500s, Spain was the richest empire on earth. They had more gold and silver than any nation had ever seen. Between 1500 and 1650, they imported 180,000 tons of silver from the Americas alone. Let that land for a second. One country, more silver than all of Europe had mined in the previous 1,000 years combined. And yet, by the early 1600s, Spain was bankrupt 4 times in 50 years. How does the richest empire on earth go broke? Because they confused income with wealth. Silver came in, and silver went straight back out. Wars, imports, debt payments, luxury, they had massive inflows and zero accumulation. Sound familiar? The average American household earns over $2 million in their lifetime. Over $2 million moves through most families across a working lifetime. And the vast majority of those families end that lifetime with almost nothing to pass on. Income isn't wealth. Cash flow isn't freedom. The Ottomans understood this. While Spain was burning silver on wars, the Ottomans built a system where conquest paid for the next conquest. Every new territory became a new revenue stream. They treated money as a system, not a salary. The decision that makes you the richest in your family is the decision to stop treating money as something you earn and spend, and start treating it as something you build. Now here's the part most financial videos won't tell you, because it's uncomfortable. The modern financial system wasn't designed to help you build wealth. It was designed to keep you borrowing. Here's why. When you take out a mortgage, the bank doesn't pull that money from a vault. It types new money into existence the moment you sign the contract. That money is born as your debt, and the system depends on you staying in debt, because debt is the product. In the United States today, banks are required to hold $0 in reserve against deposits. Zero. The money in your account exists only as a digital entry, backed by the confidence that you won't ask for it all at once. This sounds alarming, but here's the insight that changes everything. Once you understand that debt is the product being sold to you, you can stop being the buyer. The families that broke the wealth cycle in history, after the Black Death, after the Great Depression, after the 2008 crash, weren't the ones who worked harder. They were the ones with liquidity when everyone else was desperate. After the Black Death wiped out half of Europe, the survivors could buy land that once cost a fortune for almost nothing. After 2008, those who held cash bought homes while millions were foreclosed. The decision isn't complicated, but it requires patience most people don't have, because the system is designed to make you spend today. Build reserves, reduce debt, acquire assets that don't disappear when paper loses value. Land, skills, productive businesses, things the system can't inflate away. Here's the uncommon perspective, the one most people never reach. Sun Tzu, writing 2,500 years ago about military strategy, said the real danger wasn't the enemy in front of you, it was the cost of staying in the field too long. Apply that to your finances. The real enemy isn't not earning enough, it's the slow, compounding cost of inaction. Every year you delay understanding this system, the transfer of your wealth to someone else accelerates. The richest person in your family will be the one who stops being passive inside the system and becomes intentional. So what is the actual decision? It's not one moment. It's a series of commitments that compound over time, exactly the way debt compounds against you when you ignore it. First, decide to see clearly. Stop accepting that inflation is just the economy. Stop accepting that debt is just normal life. The system is designed, and you need to understand its design before you can work around it. Second, stop treating income as the goal. Income is a tool. Assets are the destination. Every dollar you earn is an opportunity to convert temporary cash flow into something permanent. Third, think in generations, not paychecks. The families who broke the cycle weren't thinking about this month. They were thinking about what position they wanted their children to be in when they grew up. History is full of families who made this shift under pressure, during wars, during collapses, during pandemics. They didn't have more opportunities, they had more clarity. And clarity is available to you right now. Here's the thing about economic history that nobody tells you in school. The system doesn't change. The names on the buildings change. The currencies change. But the mechanisms, debt, inflation, extraction, accumulation, they're the same ones that ran Rome, Spain, and the Ottoman Empire. The families that end up wealthy in every generation aren't lucky. They're literate, financially literate, in a world designed to keep them illiterate. The decision that makes you the richest in your family is the decision to become that person, the one who reads the system, not the one the system reads. History doesn't repeat, but if you don't understand it, it will crush you all the same. If this gave you a different way of seeing things, hit subscribe. And if you want to understand exactly how banks create money that doesn't exist and what that means for every dollar you think you own, that video is right here. It's Financial System, and history leaves clues. I show you where the money leads.